I'm back. Okay, so I've been curled up in this sleeping bag trying to get warm again because this morning was absolutely beautiful and breathtaking in the sand dunes, but also I was barefoot, and the moment I stepped out I knew that I would be freezing, but I figured for the photos that it would be worth it. And so, you know, doing it for the photos. So I ended up having my feet go numb. I think it lasted like 45 minutes, and literally, you know, like there's like these little things that you can use for your hands. What is it? It's like hot hands or something. Oh, now they're finally warm. I tried using these to like warm up my feet, and they weren't even working because it was so cold, and now they're actually working, which is nice. But my hands and feet were entirely numb. I was thankful to even be able to get back in the van. I like set down my gear in the cooler and like cozied up in the sleeping bag because I was like, I need to get warm. I don't want to get hypothermia here, because I was literally just that cold. Like, I was shivering. And that was like, I had this jacket on and this full length dress, and this dress is not very wind protected, so it's like warm. It wasn't super windy, it's just the fact that there was a slight breeze and it was cold. It's like 30 some odd Fahrenheit here, and that's pretty cold to be out here in a dress without shoes on, to be like a strapless dress. Like, it's not exactly the ideal situation for taking those photos, but it was absolutely stunning out, and I hope you get to see that in the photos. There were quite a few photographers that came out and were like shooting of the dunes themselves, so I was the only person like shooting myself with my little tripod, which is cute. But yeah, like, I love it here. It's so beautiful. The sand is so white. It literally is worth coming. So if you come to New Mexico, come to the sand dunes. They are beautiful. I'm glad they made it a national park. Ooh, also, side note, on the way here I got stopped by like Border Patrol, and they're like, so you're an American citizen, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, so you have no one with you? I'm like, yeah. And then they kind of let me pass through. So you do have to pass through Border Patrol just to get into the national park, which is quite interesting. It's like a mile before you get there. So if you're from another place, you should probably have your passport and ID ready, just in case. These are these hot hand things. They're finally working. They're great when they work. They just kind of weren't working earlier when I really needed them, when I was like so numb. Like, I was literally like about to cry. The pain was so bad. So don't get quite as numb. Maybe dress a little warmer. Like, everyone around me was wearing like snow pants and like heavy winter jackets, and I'm out here in like this summery dress. So be prepared. Have warmth. Maybe if you had heating in your car, it might help too. I don't have heating. I'm about to go explore the sand dunes now that I've warmed up again. I'm gonna grab a jacket, bring my camera again, and maybe see if someone can take some photos of me. I'll bring my tripod as well, just in case. Hopefully get some cute shots again. It's finally warmed up, and this place is absolutely stunning. And I've gotten some amazing self-portraits. I also had two folks who stopped by to help take photos, and I took photos with them, and it was cool. And there's this cool like little reflection from the water here from when it rained yesterday, and I lucked out because even though I didn't come here like at sunrise, and that would have been insane with the glow, it still is beautiful. I got some nice reflection shots of the van and then myself with the van, so it's really cool. It's quite interesting because I'm used to taking photos of other people all the time, and I absolutely love it. And so taking photos where it's self-portraits, where I'm setting a self-timer, is so different for me. Like, I know the angles to do, and I know like the timing and where to be when, but it's just cool because I'm experimenting and figuring out what works, and it's not necessarily as instant, so you think more about what you're doing because you have 10 seconds and then 3 photos. I do have one of those little controllers, but my battery's dead, and that'll allow me to take more stuff instantaneously. But the problem is I always want to see what it looks like so I can reframe and make the image better, or like see what sort of angle I'm coming at, or adjust slightly. And so I love when I'm shooting other people how I can make those adjustments just like that. But with this, it's a little bit of a slower process, but I feel like I'm learning because of it. here, definitely go here to these huge sand dunes. It's beautiful. I was here for sunrise this morning. It was epic. Didn't get any of that on the phone, but this is a little glimpse of what it looks like during the day. Still spectacular. Here's what 10-second timer's like. Then you fix your hair. And shoot. There you go. Seen a lot of sand dunes before. That this is mesmerizing. It's so beautiful out here. It just keeps going on and on and on. There's an entire loop you can drive around. It's a like flattened sand road, so you can actually drive on it without like deflating your tires or anything. And it's just so stunning that I keep having to stop and just take it all in and look at it. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. Just finished walking around on the sand dunes, and it has been like 8 hours so far that I've been here, and I've just been mesmerized the whole time just by the beauty, and it's just so wide open, and just the sand and the way it's carved into these little curves. It's just beautiful, and you have to experience it yourself if you get a chance. Nothing really compares to like actually being here, and I'm so thankful to have moments like this. Happy and thankful right now because just made it coasting down the mountain without using gas and had it in neutral and made it all the way to this gas station here. It was the closest one, which was an additional 5 miles, was able to barely skirt by, and now I'm gonna fill up with gas. And it's a good price too, so I'm pretty happy. Very happy right now.